Hey, good morning, Connexus families. It's Shauna Lester talking to you on a beautiful Sunday, Monday morning. I just want to talk to you for a few minutes about some of the things that our leaders have been talking about for the past few weeks as they've been trained on our child protection policy. Today's video is going to focus on our children's check-in and what that means to you as a parent and some of the help that we need from you in order for it to be a successful morning for us. We want to focus on three main things that you can do to help us make that check-in experience the best that it can be. While we understand that we suffer from some Wi-Fi issues some of Sunday mornings, we have no control over the Wi-Fi situation. We do the best that we can, and that's why it's really important for you to arrive 15 minutes prior to service times when those situations happen. We are never aware of when the Wi-Fi is going to kind of be slower than we expect. And so we ask that you continue to arrive 15 minutes prior to ensure that children can get checked in so that you can go to the adult service on time. We apologize that sometimes that doesn't happen, but we are working towards making those systems better. As a reminder, you are given a parent tag every time your child is checked in. That check-in tag is different every single time. We ask that you keep that tag safe. Stick it to your jeans, put it in your pocket, but please keep care of it. As well, remind your children the same thing. Please remind them that they need to be careful with those tags, that they need to either A, keep it stuck to their t-shirt and not rip it off, as well not to rip it up, roll it up, or throw it out. We need those tags to match those up at the end of our service morning. We know that some of you have been around since the beginning of Connexus, but we ask that you also show those tags as well as your children at the end of the morning. It's important for us to communicate to the parents behind you, in front of you, beside you, that we mean business at security, that we are checking everyone's tags. So if you could help us and your children remember to show those tags. It will help the check-in process go faster if everybody has those tags ready to show upon exiting. That being said, only people with tags will be allowed into environments. This may be a shift in thinking and a little bit of a change. We do not have room in particular at our Aurelia campus for aunts, uncles, grandmas, brothers, sisters that are not in the environment or do not have children in the environment. We need only those who will be picking up and who have a security tag to do so. If you could help us with that, that will help some of the pressure that we're feeling with too many people in the hallways. If you have visitors that want to see the environment, we are happy to have one of our check-in people show them around at an appropriate time when there might not be as many people in the environment. So if you could help us with that, that would be fantastic. Second thing we want to cover, which is a change, and you need to pay attention to this small change. We know that music is fantastic in our adult services, and some of you choose to have your children attend that music prior to coming into the environment. You will no longer be able to check your child in until they are actually going into the environment. Our computer says one number, and then the amount of children that are actually in the environment is different, and this is causing some stress on trying to match up and figure out where children are. To help us with that and keep children safe, we ask that you no longer check your child in if they are not going to be going to the environment. This will make space for those who want to be in case your child decides to stay for the entire adult service. We ask that you would help us do that starting this Sunday. That being said, we think it's super important for your child to be in their own age-appropriate environment. Some fantastic things are happening pre-large group time that is setting them up for that large group time. There are activities that are are helping them understand what's going to happen at the large group time. When your child arrives midway through large group time, they often experience kind of that I don't know what's going on look, as well as they feel like they don't know who's in the room. They've missed out on opportunities to get to know some of the kids that they are going to become friends with, we hope, over time. So we appreciate that your kid loves the music, but know that they're missing out on some valuable relationships that are being developed in that pre-service time. The last thing we want to remind you of, that we have 8:30 service. We know it's early, but spring is a great time to get up early. You don't have to put on as many layers of clothes, and you can get to the service early. We have lots of space at our 8:30 services. By making the move now, you're making room for those who will be attending at 10 o'clock. If you can make the move, that would really help us. We are working really hard to create more room at 10 o'clock, but it requires more volunteers. While we wait for more volunteers to step up and serve in our awesome children's ministry, you can be part of that solution by moving to the 8:30. We know it's not possible for everyone, but maybe it's possible for you. If you could help us out with that, that would be fantastic. So those are just some things that we wanted to remind you about as far as check-in goes. And we just hope that you know that we love your children, our volunteers love your children, and we are seeing some great relationships happening in our children's ministry. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me an email or call me on the phone. You have all of that information at the bottom of this video attached to the email. Anyways, have a great rest of the Monday morning, and we'll see you on Sunday.